Don't want to leave? Want to live at Disney World? I'll make it a Realty reality. Everything from Dr. Phillips to Davenport, Claremont to Kissimmee, Winter Garden or Windermere, and Disney's own Celebration and Golden Oak. I'm Realtor Victor Naraki, and this is Disney at your doorstep. No sound. Okay, it's always nice when it works. Today, we're going to be on for an hour. I'm going to try to really keep it to an hour today because sometimes I just go on, and I just want to be more concise. And Chris Duncan is saying, Sunday afternoon. Hello, Victor. And great. Thank you, Chris. You do hear us. Great. Today we're going to do something a little different. You know me, I'm always out, doing the live streams and stuff, but I'm going to try to do more pre-taped videos and things where I can really focus on what your questions are as well. Also, I'm starting to run out of communities, which I'll talk to Hilary about in a little bit. But my guest today is Hilary Piku. Oh my God, I've known you so long, and I hope I didn't mispronounce your name. So anyway, let me have Hilary join us. Hey, Hilary, how are you? Oh, wait. I had you muted. Okay, how you doing?
Hi, Victor. Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Oh, thank you. You know what? I was scheduling this. I didn't even look to see if it was Mother's Day. I'm like, and then I was like, oh, I should do it on Saturday, but I already announced that I was going to do it, and I didn't want to change the date. So happy Mother's Day. I'll let you get back to your kids in a minute. So I'm going to give Hilary is one of the team members in my brokerage. And how long have you been with La Rosa?
I have been with La Rosa about 3 years now.
Is that long?
I feel like it has been.
Oh my gosh. And I have to announce how we met.
Absolutely. It's a great story.
We met in December on the day before Dick Van Dyke's birthday.
Yeah.
It was were you at the Grove that day? That was the Grove. Okay. Yeah. So the Grove is one of the most amazing shopping malls in Los Angeles. And Dick Van Dyke's wife had set up a flash mob for his birthday. And if you Google Dick Van Dyke's birthday flash mob, is it called a flash mob?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. If you Google that, you will see me dancing as Bert and everyone else who got the memo.
I was a chimney sweep.
I was dressed as a chimney sweep. And that's how we met. And then you announced you were coming out here to look at property.
Yeah.
And now you're an official Floridian for
yes.
How long have you been in Florida?
Just over 3 years.
Okay. So you joined La Rosa like right away. Okay. All right. So good. So and now she is one of the realtors with my team. It's not my team, it's in my group. And I wanted to go over one of the properties that you have available.
Sure.
Really, it's actually, you've actually gotten so many hits on this property right now.
Yes.
That it's probably going to go to contract in like how long?
I'm probably Tuesday or Wednesday. So
okay.
It'll be going soon.
Yeah, it's just amazing the change in the environment of when it was a buyer's market, it was so amazingly different. And now it's just like, it's a seller's market. There's no other way around it. The sellers have the power, but there's so few that are selling. I'm like, I don't understand why. But there's not a lot of inventory right now. And it's been quite frustrating and exhausting. I mean, if you like something, you have to make an offer.
For sure.
And but I don't like when people are forced to do things, when it's like, if you don't feel it's the right time, just don't do it. But you got to be prepared. And I find a lot of people they want to look at property and get an idea of what's available, and then they don't have the money ready, so they can't make an offer. So they miss that property, and then they say, "Oh, well, it's in God's hands." No, it's not. It's in your lender's hands. You didn't call your lender.
Yeah, you definitely have more control than you think as a buyer, and being prepared is definitely a good advice, Victor.
And I'm shocked at the people who don't understand that is just common sense. It is common sense. But we're going to talk about this investment property, which is in a beautiful community that now there's no new construction in there, right? I mean,
Correct.
And it's got some terrific features. So we're going to show you the listing right now. Anybody who has any comments or questions, please join in. Hey, did you happen to see my live stream from the Lake Butler?
No, I watched just a few minutes of it, but I didn't get to watch the full thing.
Well, it was an hour and a half. I'm not going to sit and watch an hour and a half of Lake Butler. I mean, it's beautiful, but you've got a day. You got to move on. So I'm glad you saw some of it. So yeah, it is absolutely beautiful. Seeing some of the homes from the other side was really interesting. So if you're watching, if you have access to my live streams, go to vicvid.com. You'll see the live stream there of me from Lake Butler. But so this home, this is priced at, the asking price is $499, and this is in Kissimmee.
Yeah.
How far would you say this is away from Disney World?
Probably just about 10 minutes. It's really close. It's probably one of the closest communities, actually.
I agree with you, but I wanted to hear you say that. Because if you're familiar with like Coronado Springs and Western Way, you would go down Western Way to an area called Hartzog. Hartzog would wrap you around to Avalon, and you'd take Avalon, which would take you right into West Side Drive. And then you're there and you're 10 minutes away. And as you're driving, if you're coming back from Disney, you'll pass Flamingo Crossing. There's a grocery store right nearby at Avalon. There's an Aldi right nearby there too. There's my favorite, Culver's, right there at the corner. And there's a gas station and everything. So you pass all those things without going onto any major highways.
Yeah.
So you don't have to get onto the 4 and worry about traffic there, it's great the way that is laid out. So let me see if I can click on this. Okay, so we're going to scroll through. So this is a pool home that you have listed.
Yes, heated pool and spa.
Heated pool and spa. That's that spa feature is great to have that already included. Mm-hmm. What's great, when people buy these new, the pools are already included,
right,
in the purchase price. But what's not included is that this house is fully furnished.
Yes, it is.
So it's used as an investment property to rent short term. Okay. So people coming to Florida to just visit Disney World would rent this out for maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. And they have, it's got 6 bedrooms, right?
Yes.
6 bedrooms. When I first, what got me into real estate in Central Florida was that I bought a vacation rental. Mm-hmm. And I think we always say as realtors, you got to listen to the customer.
Sure.
but you got to listen. You can't really listen to them when they're wrong. And I was wrong on so many things that I learned later on. And for when I went back after I got my license and looked at what was really available, I would have bought a house like this.
Sure.
And I'd probably still own them right now because of the money coming in. But I could have, for $20,000 more, gotten a better community that was more desirable and fully furnished. So, does anybody have any questions as we're going along? Because I'd really like to. Okay. The fully furnished home. Now, what about the bookings that are coming with this? When someone buys a house, do they normally, I know the answer to this, but do they normally get the bookings?
It's going to depend. Of course, it depends. This seller in particular did most of the bookings themselves. So they have a VRBO account. So you would be able to get with VRBO and transfer most of those bookings.
That's
they did
good.
also, they did also use Global Resort. And they have 5 future bookings as of now with Global, which if you don't want to go with Global, you would have to cancel those ones, of course.
Exactly. And I always say when you're picking a manager of your property, don't go with anybody who confines you to a long contract. It should be a month-to-month contract because you never know how you're gonna like working with those people.
True. True.
And if they're going to do a good job. And actually 5 bookings is not something that I would write home about.
No,
I would just be like, but that's probably because they're doing their own bookings and they've got such a beautiful home.
Correct.
So now what do you think is the best feature of this home?
I absolutely love what they did with the garage space. Have you checked out the Star Wars themed?
Oh, I did, but I'm gonna have to scroll. They did this is what's so great about this house is they've really differentiated the rooms. And this room, Toy Story is good for girls and boys. Frozen's pretty good for more girls, but still good for girls and boys. This, oh my God, this is so cute. That's really cute. I mean, they could have done some more, but it's cute. That's a bore. Okay. But the thing is, when you start off with something like this, it's so much easier to decorate what's missing.
Right.
Because here, the only thing that's missing is maybe a few touches. I mean, it's, look at this beautiful thing. I don't know if people can see this, but it says here, it's got a quote from Walt Disney where it says it's kind of fun to do the impossible. That is so nice. And I guess they called themselves the Fab Five. I guess it's Fab Five is the
Fab Five Villa.
So this is what's see now here you have your garage, which was really surprising to me. Was that when I first bought my house? I thought, oh great, I got a garage. People can park in the garage, and the answer is like no. They turn it into a game room, and I'm like, really?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, the guests really did use the game rooms. They wore those paddles out. I was constantly replacing. So it was great to see that they actually used it. But one of the things I always suggest to people now is insulate those garage doors because. Sure. But here you have a house. It's got the light fixtures in the. It's got a lot of things that I know cost money to do later on.
Sure.
Putting up a light fixture is not cheap.
Yeah. They have the epoxy floors.
Epoxy floors, exactly. All those things are, additional expenses that you don't have to do because you're buying this house ready to rent.
Ready to go.
And then you could just go in there and putter rather than do what I did, which was have to decorate an entire house in 2 weeks. And I've been living here for a year and a half, and I haven't decorated my whole house yet. So it's a great thing to have that all done for you so that you can go in and then put your own personal flair to it.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's really beautiful house. So if someone wanted this house, you could go to Hilary or look at this. Here's what I like about the Windsor names. Because there's Windsor Hills, Windsor Palms. I haven't sold in Windsor Hills yet. Isn't that odd?
Oh.
I've sold in Windsor Palms. I've sold obviously in Windsor at West Side.
Yes.
And I just had a closing in Windsor Island.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a great community where these are all new construction.
Yes.
But what I love about them is the features that they put in to the community centers. They really have the best community centers. Mm-hmm. And, tell me something about the community.
Sure. Well,
because I'm talking too much.
My favorite thing about Windsor at West Side, this community right here, you can probably see that aerial photo that he's showing, is that we're one of the only communities with a heated lazy river. So everybody loves that, of all ages, of course, as you can imagine how fun that would be. You can see that there's a 0 entry pool with a kids play fort. Of course, I've gone down that slide before, so I say it's for all ages as well. They have the two casa, that's like the restaurant grill that's right there. So you can actually sit at those tables, watch your family swimming while eating a pizza or a burger or having a drink. And it's just super family friendly. I mean, there's so many different amenities at the community. Some you can see in that picture, some you can't. One of my kids' favorites at this community is the inside free arcade room.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You can play air hockey, any of those car racing games, and it's free for your guests to play. It's just a really family oriented, fun vacation community.
And now I always talk about the features that people ask for when they're renting. The number one feature that I get is how close are you to Disney, which we already covered. Is it gated? Because people coming from overseas seem to think that this is, a war zone. And I'm like, yeah, it's gated, and you have an attendant. So that it has.
Yes.
Does it have bedrooms downstairs? I didn't look.
Yes, this home does. This home has one master downstairs, and it has one master bedroom upstairs.
That is so great when you're big. When people are sharing the price, maybe with grandma or another family, it's kind of, it's great not to leave them out and let them get their own master suite.
They get a good room too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you know what? And you have to have something that's, if you don't get a 1-story home, it's keeps more guests to book when you could say, yeah, we have 1 bedroom downstairs, because some people have trouble with stairs.
Exactly. Yes.
And those people, I find, they don't end up going to the park every day. They're more relaxing at home, and they want something where it's a beautiful pool where they can use the spa and something like that. But they, don't have to go trudging up the stairs.
Exactly.
Another question here from Hatbox Ghost before I let you go. And if one bought this house to rent out after money down and to pay someone to management and booked it for me, would it make money right away or down the road? How easy is it to keep booked?
That's a great question. That's a great question. And everybody's going to have a different answer for that, Hackbox Ghost. I guess I would say for this house in particular, just based off of what the seller was doing, let's see, they were putting the money back into the home. So, keeping it up, it's only a 5-year-old home. They are making money right away. This person in particular did have a mortgage, so everybody's going to be completely different depending on how you purchase your home.
Yes.
But I mean, in essence, yes, you could be making money right away, especially since there's already bookings in place, everything's set up. You, of course, could change rooms, you could add furniture, take away. So it depends on really what you want to do. But since there are bookings in place, and I don't know if you knew this, but rentals are going back up. People are more confident in vacationing now. So there's just been, in the whole community, there's been an increase of bookings for all the homes in that community.
Mhm.
And then how easy is it to keep it booked? Right now, I would say it's definitely a lot easier than it was even just a few months ago, and
Oh,
especially
yeah.
last year. So we're definitely seeing an increase.
Yeah. And the thing about people who stay on property, you know, I don't even know what the rates are right now for staying on property, but I know if you get one bedroom with a bathroom, you could be paying $600 a day.
Right.
So this house, which may rent at a good rent for maybe $400 a day, would have 6 bedrooms.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, there are a lot of people who see that as a very viable alternative, because also don't forget that when you take 6 people or 10 people,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because you could bring 10 people to this thing easily, out to breakfast, that could cost you well over $200.
Sure. Sure.
And when you're sitting down and eating, even in the quick service at one of the resorts, so $200 when when you can go here, and how much is a breakfast is at home is not that expensive.
No.
So it's a great deal for your renters too.
Exactly.
And then,
The win-win.
but one of the things I always say is that you have to have something different. You have to have something a little bit better than it's pure marketing. You have to have something better than your competition.
Right.
So do we have any other questions right now or anything else before I let Hilary go? If you're interested in this property, I'll post Hilary's contact information to the video. But Hilary, do you have anything to add about the home that you like? Do you have did I ask you if you had a favorite feature?
It would definitely be the garage. I love how they made that Star Wars theme. Of course, I'm a Disney fan, as you know.
Yes.
So I just
It
love
doesn't
the
have a
garage.
Mary Poppins room, so I
It
object.
doesn't, but there was a Mary Poppins photo upstairs.
I keyed into that.
I did notice that.
I saw the Mary Poppins poster, and I am pleased.
Okay, good. Yes, I love how this one, you know, they call themselves the Fab Five Villa.
Okay.
As a lot of the homes on VRBO, they do make names so that they're distinguishable. So this one's the Fab Five Villa. They took a lot of care into the home, put a lot of effort and interior designer into the home, and they're renting really well. They have an average of 5-star reviews, premier host.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I was actually scrolling through Facebook, and of course, you know, Facebook knows what you're doing. So they had an sponsored ad, and it was VRBO, and it was my listing. It's like, wow. So it's just really neat. Obviously, it's a popular home. So this will make anybody, whether you're a new investor or an experienced investor, very happy.
Good. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I always go to the Windsors first.
Mm-hmm.
First community that they opened up was Windsor Hills. That is also 10 minutes from Disney. Everything they build is really close to Disney.
Yes.
So they've been extremely successful. And and this is a newer community. So I think they learned from prior communities that they built before.
Sure.
You know, what people are looking for and what they need, and like obviously a heated lazy
river. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you go to some of these resorts, some of them don't heat the pools.
Mm-mm.
And so you think, well, I don't need it. It's Florida. Yeah, you do need it.
Yeah, you do. You'll appreciate it when you have it.
Exactly. So anything else you want to add before we move on and I say Happy Mother's Day?
No, I think that's it. Thanks so much for having me on today, Victor.
Okay, Hilary, we'll do it again soon. Next listing.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Bye.
Oh, that was fun. So I'm not getting a lot of questions. I think it's because it's Mother's Day today. Everybody's with their moms. That's nice. So we're going to go and we're going to talk a little bit about some homes that are available in the area. I get a lot of interest in because I'm always at these higher end homes, 500, 600,000. And so I wanted to show you what's available in the low 300s. Because there's a lot available. Now, it may not be as close to Disney as you would like, because I specialize in really only stuff that's 30 minutes from Disney, but it certainly is something that I'm going to just go to. Oh, I got to go in. Okay. Anyway, so sorry, got to do these things. Okay, so now I'm going to talk to you about this community. Okay, now this is not a short-term rental. This is a community that is, I would say, 25 minutes from Disney World. And let me just go and we'll go to the front picture. We got to have a front picture here. Here we are. So this home, this is called a Cali Model, and it's about 1,800 square feet, and they're selling in the low 300s in a community called Charles Cove. They've also got this model in other communities as well. Oh, great. Hello, Safari 360. So they've got this model in other communities as well. This is let me see, I'm just going to get this on here. So this is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. This is called the Cali Model, and actually I've showed it a couple of times in videos. And it's a very, very popular model. I've sold actually 3 of these models in other communities. So, so as you enter, you have 2 bedrooms over, one here. You can't see it, but and then so there's the other bedroom. This one, this is the next bedroom, but they've set it up as an office. This must be the master. Yeah, I'm sorry if I don't. Yeah. And then they have this nice living space that is all open floor plan, which is very popular right now. So this is called the Cali Model by this builder. They're a very affordable builder. Okay, this would be the second bathroom, which when this is for the model, so it doesn't have a shower in it right now. But this is the community layout from that you can see. So it's a really beautifully laid out community, and I will tell you, you do pay for that because the CDD fees I think are a little high here. They're $184 a month. So that's what you're paying for the development of the community. So that's a little high. So we're not going to go bring you to another one. Okay. And oh, this one, I've got this home. I actually have, okay, why is that doing that? Oh, there it is. Okay. This home, this model home, I've actually got 2 contracts pending at this community on models, 2 different communities, same model. So let's just scroll through. This is the Mystique model. Now the Mystique is, these are going to be starting in the 400s. And it's primarily was built for an over 55 crowd. So it's got a wider front door. It's got a wider hallway. It's just a little bit more accessible for people who are, over 55. So, but what I really like about this house is that it's got a generous covered lanai. And, so that's, obviously you don't get the pool with every house, but that's a really nice feature to have, that you have a big, generous covered lanai. Do we have any questions, any comments, or anybody want to chime in? Now here it was set up with a gourmet kitchen, and that's obviously, costs more money. It has the elevated oven here. It has the ventilation out, and has the, I guess you call it over-the-counter range. I love how this door, now, obviously, I always see these doors wide open in photography. You'd never do that in Florida. You're paying all this money for air conditioning. I mean, probably maybe in the winter you would do it, but and you certainly wouldn't do it without having it this area screened in. But it certainly looks nice, Hello, Jerry. How are you? So yes, so that is definitely this is the Mystique model. I'm trying to think of all the communities that it's in. It's in Serenoa Lakes, where I have a deal going through. It is in what's the thing? Del Webb Sunbridge in St. Cloud. Jackie, if you're looking for more golden oaks, you just call me and I'll take you there. I'll take you serious on this comment. They've actually completed building in Golden Oak. Everything that is available there is going to be a resale home. So, but if you're interested, you give me a call. So, I just love the way this layout is. I really do appreciate one-story homes now. And I honestly, I had never lived in a one-story home. And while I was waiting for my house to be built, I was rented a one-story, and I really, really liked it. I was like, wow, this is great. So I wish, unfortunately, that I had bought in a one-story home. One story. In my experience, have you noticed if certain builders take longer to build than others? Yes, some do. If you're ordering it, usually I would say it takes 3 months to pull a permit, 6 months to build. Now, some builders will pull a permit without having a buyer. They're called inventory builders. And so in that respect, they've already pulled the permit, they already start building, and in a certain level in the building process, they say, okay, now that we got the walls up, we're going to release this lot. So in that respect, yes, they will definitely take less time if they do that. Now, if you're buying a from scratch custom home, then you have to pull the permit because you've picked what property you want to have on what lot, just like I did. And it definitely is a much longer process. That's why I love, love, love inventory homes, because that's when you can, well, in the past, we used to be able to deal on them. We used to be able to, um, right now there's not that much dealing going on, because it's a seller's market. And one thing that's happening right now is when things get on the market, they act like resellers do, where they're saying, okay, give us your highest and best. And you may be paying over appraised value, but that's another issue. And the higher the end builder, the longer the process time. In Golden Oak, for example, like someone mentioned, the build time is definitely a full year after permitting. I mean, that's how long they took. The cost of this one would be in the 440s plus lot plus options. Okay, so thank you for your questions. We're at 12:36 now, so we're going to go another 22 minutes. Now, this other home that I really like, okay, this is the Tobago. I have a couple customers interested in this, and they've been looking at it. And this is a very interesting home, because if you look over to it's on the left. Okay, right? Yeah. Well, anyway, it's on. Anyway, yes, on the left. So if you look over there, they have a living room and an extra suite, and there's a door here. So this is available with a sort of efficiency unit, which would be used for somebody who needed their own privacy. Like maybe you had a young family living with you, maybe you had a senior living with you, maybe you had a teenager who wanted to be left alone. I could have lived that way. So, and then you have a home office, the second bedroom, and the owner's suite. So that's it. It's a very unique floor plan, but it's addressing, the changes that are happening in families where the senior is living in the home, or the kids haven't moved out, maybe after college or before they started their careers. So it's just something to think about, that this is available. Diane, does Palms at Serenoa have 3-month permit pull? Is not an issue. Yes, in Palms at Serenoa, they are an inventory builder as well. So they will tell me, basically after they've started, after the walls go up. That's usually where they release it. And then you're about 4 months out to getting the home completed. So, but they're going to tell you what lot it's on. They're going to tell you, what features are in it. If you get there early enough, you might be able to pick out some of your colors inside, but sometimes those have already been picked out for you. And what I like about them, the Palms at Serenoa, that's an over 55 community. I've had sold 7 homes in there. What I like about that community is that this is the best description that I've heard about them, is they don't nickel and dime you. Some people do feel that a house is a house, and, these nice colors are these nice colors, and they'll make do with certain things. And that really saves you money. When you're very, very specific on what you need, you're going to pay for each individual option. And anyway, so that's what I like about them, because they really simplify the whole process. I think they have 16 different color packages. You just pick which one you want, and then that means you get this cabinets with this countertop, with this carpet, with this backsplash, and that's it. So they don't nickel and dime you, but if you want something different, you got to do it later on. So now this is a custom builder. This is a real custom builder. You would have the option to pick out the colors that you wanted, the cabinets that you wanted. Obviously, in the models, they always show the best ones. I mean, look at this. This is beautiful. I really love this. This is like a toffee color. I just learned about this color recently. I saw it in a flooring, and I really liked it. Here is an office space that it has. Let me see if I can get you a picture of, here is the living room that's in the efficiency unit. Yeah, so this is, so over here, I don't know if I have a picture of this. Let me see if I do. Let me see if I have a picture of the efficiency unit, of what's in the efficiency unit. Hold on, let me see. Don't know if I do. No, I do not. Okay, so over here on this side is a little countertop. It's got a refrigerator in it, a half refrigerator, and a sink. Now, other, what they call next generation homes, they will have maybe a mini kitchen, like a full refrigerator, no oven, a microwave, a sink, and a dishwasher. That's a different builder than this one. But this one is exceptional. I love this builder. I like their use of space. I like how, everything. I like their layouts. I can always tell this builder when I walk into it. So let me see if I got this video. Let me see if this is the video. Is this the video? I don't know how to name these videos. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Hi, I'm Realtor Victor Naraki in front of the Tobago Model, and it's here in Winter Garden, just west of Disney World. I can't wait to show you this incredible 3-bedroom home, 1 story. Let's go look after this spiffy opening.
Skip the opening.
As you know, I love a wide entrance. Makes it very welcoming.
Oh, I just learned this recently, that feng shui would like this home, because in feng shui, you don't want to see the door on the other side of the home, because that would indicate that money was coming in and money was going out. I hope I've given honor to that theory, but I thought that was very interesting.
And off to the side.
So they got a half bath there, full bath there, sorry.
Well, this is shown as an extra suite plus, which is a little efficiency unit for maybe a senior who wants their own independence.
Go back there a little bit. So there's the picture that I was asking for. You have a sink and a little half refrigerator. You can keep all your stuff here. So they can make their coffee in the morning. They have, it doesn't have a dishwasher, which is interesting. But, they don't make a lot of dishes when you only have a half refrigerator and no stove. So, but it does have, just you have coffee in the morning, maybe a late night snack, things like that.
Independence. Full bath.
And yes, Jerry, I love my spiffy opening.
Queen size bed. And it's separated by a door, which I'm sure they'll fix the squeak.
It's funny watching these videos later, because I really should come with a can of WD-40s when I do these previews, because the one thing I can't stand is the squeaky doors. My house was all the doors were squeaking. I'm like, don't you give it a little squirt.
Then over here, you have a large area which can be used as a dining room or a den or a study area. And then why don't you go look at that nice other second bedroom?
So this is the second bedroom. This is not too big, but it's a good kid's room. Well, Jerry, you've been watching a lot of my videos. So, yeah.
And you see this large open floor plan with great seating areas for eating. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Look at this. And this incredibly large, if you're someone who likes to entertain or has a large.
Yeah, I love this kitchen. I just think this kitchen is amazing, because you don't need a kitchen nook with something like this. So you can have a dining table and your countertop.
Family, this is perfect. Shown with a gourmet kitchen.
This community is so amazing. They're still building in there. And I wanted to stop the video and just tell you about it, because right now, they don't have anything available. They have a wait list. But it is less than 10 minutes from Disney World. It is right near the new Flamingo Crossing, which is the big shopping plaza that's coming in, which is going to have 29 restaurants and shops. It's not like Disney Springs, but it is designed by, with Disney influence.
Let's take a look at the owner's suite.
And that's a nice big owner's suite. Some beautiful scenic views here. I can't wait until these models become available to buy.
And the owner's bath. It does have a large walk-in closet. And double vanities. Perfect.
Yeah, everybody seems to be doing the double vanities now.
And over here is enough room for a jukebox.
Yeah. I think I have a real desire to own a jukebox one day. Luckily, my house doesn't have a space for it, but I really want one. And I say luckily because I couldn't afford it. They're expensive.
My videos, I love a covered lanai. It is so important to enjoy the Florida weather. But and see how you can set it up?
Now that's expensive. Now, one thing I will say about this outdoor kitchen here, this is something that you can, when you're ordering your home, okay, when they start talking to you about options, if there's any desire for you to have an outdoor kitchen, you have to have it plumbed for that. Because doing the plumbing with the gas, the electricity, and the water later on will cost you a lot of money. Doing it at the time where you're building and just having the pipes exposed will certainly save you some money. Diane loves the separate water closet. I will tell you, Diane, that almost all the houses that I show, that's a very big Florida thing. Yeah, this is a beautiful view, but you pay for it. I will tell you that I'm seeing the lot premiums going up an awful lot lately.
With an outdoor kitchen. So for more information about this home or more, you can find all my links at disneyatyourdoorstep.com, and you can search homes at celebratingflorida.com. I'm Victor Naraki. Thanks for watching.
Well, you don't have to see the ending. you know how it ends. So anyway, does anybody else have any questions about any homes in the area, buying a home for investment, short-term rental? Over 55, also known as active adult. Anybody have any questions about that? Come on, ask me a question, because I'm going to be signing off in a few moments. There's a great broadcast today. We looked at first the vacation rental property that was for sale. One of the things that Hilary didn't mention is that it's gone to, that home right now is at highest and best. So what they're asking for right now is your highest and best offer. It's certainly good for sellers to be that way. But if you, I don't appreciate it for my buyers. I hate when they get put in that position. That's why I always say, get your offer in fast, make it clean, make it clear, and you might be able to get them to say yes right away. If you purchase a home to rent out, how much does it typically cost to pay someone to manage and rent it out for me? Okay, so it has to be this is for renting out short term, okay, as an investment property. It's a completely different animal than my neighbors who would buy a house and rent it out for a year at a time. So you need a management company, especially if you don't live here, and you need a cost to pay some. So generally, they pay you they charge you a management fee, which could be about $150 a month. Okay. And so I would say, $150 a month, plus they also, for every booking that they take, or they take a premium on it, sometimes between 10 and to as much as 40%. I don't like that. That's a lot of money. But imagine if they're getting for you $500 or $600 a night, then it might be worth it to pay them almost half, because those are great figures. And also, I will tell you what I have learned and I'm going to be on Resort Loop talking about this. The people that pay more to stay at a place treat it better. And it's just something that I've learned along the way by my neighbors who charged terribly low rates. And then they would complain to me that things were stolen, things were broken, house was ruined. That never happened to me because I was charging a premium rate because I could get it, because I had a quality home. Here's a good question from Lou. What's recommended for a single person who doesn't want to live in an apartment? Well, I would go with a townhome. There's not many 2-bedroom single-family homes that I've seen, unless it's in an over 55 community where the majority of them are 2 bedrooms. I would go with the townhome, which are 3 bedrooms usually. Sometimes there's 2. And that would be in probably definitely some beautiful ones in Winter Garden. There is a condo building that I love in Windermere. I absolutely love it. And I didn't find this building. One of my customers found it and asked me about it, and I ended up selling it to them. And now I absolutely adore it because I've learned about the management company, that they're flush with cash. They have great features. So that's something. Those would probably be in the low 2s to mid 2s for a 2 to 3 bedroom. Do over 55 older communities typically have security, like if you leave your home unoccupied until you can move down? Yes, they do. They have security, but they're not your individual security company. What I would do was sign up with your security company so that the house is monitored, for like $40 a month. A lot of these homes come with the smart home services already, and mine didn't. Mm, mm. And I had to pay when I bought my house to have this to get wired for security. And as I recall, that was $1,500. While I've sold other houses that it's already done and all the keypads and everything are in. Now I finally got my house all wired up for security. And, with the keypads and everything, that cost me an extra $500. So I do like that some of these over 55, the newer construction ones, are including this in their service. And I would say that'd be enough for you, because honestly, if the alarm goes off and you're not there, the over 55 communities, I will tell you, I've found them to be close knit. I find them to really take care of one another. So if something happens at your house, your neighbor knows you're not there. I don't think there's any better security than that. So your alarm goes off, your neighbor knows that something's going on. It's a great little thing to have that type of community feel, and that happens in the over 55 communities. Other Florida communities are not that way. They're really not. My neighbor was really nice, the one that lived across the street, but of course she moved. So anyway, so that is a really great thing about over 55 communities. And one of the ones that I mentioned, the Palms at Serenoa, comes with the Sky Bell, comes with the security system. So if anybody's ringing your bell and then tries the door, I have locks on my door that I know if someone's opened them. So if it opens up and someone goes in, I know it's been opened. So I have all that. And that was an additional price, which was, not the greatest thing to have to pay. But for me, I knew all this when I came in here, and I wanted this lot, which I couldn't get anywhere else. I couldn't get what I needed from anywhere else. Jerry came in a bit late, so she's going to watch this from the beginning. Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate that. I know she may be looking at investment properties. Oh, no, sorry. The first house we talked about was investment. After that was some definite long-term residence. So does anybody else have any questions for me? Anything else you want me to hash out with you? We're going to be closing off in just a minute. It's a great little show. I'm going to try. I'm going to be off next week, not doing a live stream. And I will tell you, I'm running out of places now to do live streams from. I'm so looking forward to some of these new communities that are coming out. We've got 2 builders coming to Horizon West. Ashton Woods, which is my builder of my home, and Taylor Morrison are both coming to the Horizon West section, 10 minutes from Disney. We've got the Oasis, which I've been talking about, which is an over 55 community. We've got Serenoa Lakes, which is just half a mile from the Ashton Woods and Taylor Morrison, but there's no direct line yet to connect them. That's coming in soon. Actually, they have started. They have started selling. I actually sold one recently, but they haven't started building yet. this will show you how fast things are moving here. Dream Finders Homes has 2 new developments. They are pre-selling before they even put down the streets. And, I guess it's sad for buyers. I'll tell you, it's sad for buyers because they've already started selling lots and selling property without the ability to really see what it exactly is going to look like. I like to have a little knowledge first, and a lot of them are selling before anything's built at all, and that's it's something I'm not used to, but I will tell you that's the way it's going to be for a while. I think it's going to be like this for a while. The interest rates are low. People want to get out of the cold. We had a very brutal winter. So anyway, so I think it's, I'm hoping that it levels out a little bit more and becomes a little bit easier for people. But just remember, deals always fall through. You can have a house listed for sale, and it's sold, and then 2 or 3 weeks before the closing, it falls through. So if you're really, really interested in a community, and I'm working with you, let me know. So I tell them, call me. I got a customer for this if it falls through, because they know if things are falling through, if there's a problem. So anyway, so the salespeople in the offices, and then, they call me and I call you and we go, let's get in there. But you have to be pre-approved. You have to be ready. Because if you say, I've got cash and I'm going to send you and I'm going to wire you the $5,000 deposit right now, that person's going to get it over the person that says, wait, let me call my lender. Then it's too late. You'll lose it. Okay. So anyone else have any comments? Anything else you want to talk about today? We're already at an hour. So I'm going to thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Remember to, whoops, that didn't work right. Anyway, let me see. Let me get that off. Okay. I like that. I did this about 2 years ago. Anyway, it's fun. So, okay. So, thank you for watching. Went pretty good. I appreciate you, your participation, and please like, share, and comment. And if you have any friends moving to this area, please mention my name. I always appreciate that. And I will be signing off, and thank you again.
Making the dream of a Disney lifestyle a reality. I'm Victor Naraki. Contact me on Facebook at Naraki Realtor or my website, celebratingflorida.com. Thanks for watching Disney at your doorstep.